What's up, guys? Kinz here from Eternal Laughter. I'm starting also a new series. I've had a few jobs working with like computers and software and all that kind of stuff, so I'm pretty knowledgeable with all technological stuff. So anything you guys have that you want me to go over, if I could, I will definitely make a video for you guys. But today we're going to be going over green screen on Final Cut Pro X, and as you can see, I have a green screen video of my dog. It was really makeshift. I just threw up the green screen. I didn't worry about ironing it or whatever you gotta do, and I didn't worry about like setting up a tripod or anything, so I just held it. So it's a little shaky, but what it is I'm just going to be going over, and I'm going to show some effects of how to get your green screen to have the effect of what the background is. And right now the background that we have is just this picture that I got offline of just an old style, old west kind of picture. If I extend that out, and then I could grab a little snippet of him. His name is Chewy, just doing whatever he does in front of a green screen. And what the first thing you got to do when you're doing green screen, Final Cut has a great thing called keying, and you just take the effect keyer, you just drag that over onto your green screen clip, and automatically it'll take out all of it. But see, I have where the green screen ends, I have that little snippet. That's a problem, so we have to go into this little menu, little tabs, and drag it into where we want the picture. And this one's easy, so because you can only have just a little square, and then you hit done, and then that'll be gone. If you have your inspector open, which if you don't, you just click this. I'll close it and then open it for you guys. So if you guys are new to Final Cut, you can figure that out. And it has this, and it'll have effect keyer. And there's some effects called strengthening. Strengthening is just how much green it's taking out. So like if I put it down really low, you could see it around the edges. There's some green that, like with his hair and everything, that's a problem. So you want the strength. Good. Fill holes. If there's little like gaps you could see at the bottom. Sorta. I like it at 0. Edge distance. Spin level. And then you could invert it if you would like. Oops. And inverting it just means that you take out the part that you want, which, I mean, in certain instances would be really helpful, but not in our instance. So this picture is good, and we have to add some effects, but right now he's obviously too big to fit in the picture, so we go back into our little crop thing, but this time we hit transform, and that'll give us the option to just change the size of him. And whoops. Because of the way this picture is, I flipped him around so that I could easily have him make it in the picture. And then if I grab this and then I don't hit the drop down, I just hit it. I go in, and I'm gonna put him right next to this guy. So as you can see, he's a little too big. So if I want, I could just make him a little bit smaller, and then drop him down so it looks like he's just at the edge of the chair. But see, now that he's the right size, he's actually might be a little small. I might change that really quick. Now that he's the right size, though, he still looks wrong because he's not the right color. He has color when everyone else in the film does not. So if we I'll drag him out. And this is a pretty tough thing to do. It's not easy to make something color look exactly like a picture, because in certain instances if you just have a black and white picture, you just add the black and white effect and that's it, you're all done. But this one, it has a weird like burnt paper kind of color. And so if we go into all effects, and the effects window is right there, that's where you're going to want to find the keyer and all your effects and stuff. You see 50s TV, and that's not really work. Aged paper is a little too aged. It has too much like orange color in there. Aged film has too much color, because there's no real effect that you have that's gonna make it. It's like closest to it is the desert glare color, or desert glare effect. And what you want to do is you're going to take your little scroller next to your effects inspector, and you're going to see desert glare. If you want to disable that, you can just click that and it gets rid of it. Or you could change the amount of how much it affects the green screen. And right now, at the moment, it doesn't really matter. You're probably going to want 100. But since we're going to be mixing effects, changing around the amount will definitely be helpful. What we are going to next do is add in a black and white effect. And obviously now that he's black and white completely, because we have the black and white set to 100, he looks too black and white. It's not. So we're going to want to drop that down a little bit until he kind of gets to the right sort of color. You're never going to get something with green screening. It's almost never going to be perfect unless you have the background and everything else. You made that yourself. So it's going to be tough. You're going to have to guesstimate a little bit. So for me, that looks pretty good. It looks almost like he's there. I mean, if I really was going to put this in a video, I would play around with the effects more, add more, do a little bit more, probably make the green screen a little better, have a flat green screen, have a tripod so he's not bouncing around. But the idea is that you have a green screen and it looks like it is. So if I play this, sorry, I have a video rendering in the background, so it's going to be kind of slow. But so that thing, but right now it has sound in the back. I don't really know what that sound is, but it has sound. You don't want sound. You're probably going to want to add music or whatever you're going to do. So you're going to go in here and you're going to detach the audio. It'll bring it down to the bottom. You click away from it. You just select the audio and you should delete. And then you have an audioless video clip that if you want to add music in the background or whatever you want to do, you could. So that's all for today, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know and I will try to answer them as best as I can. It's Kinz. Peace out, guys.